You know that person you look up to, the one who seems unstoppable, untouchable, already at the top of their game. Here's the truth. They'll never say out loud they were once a complete beginner. Every champion you've ever admired started exactly where you are right now at the bottom. Think about it. Michael Jordan didn't even make his high school varsity basketball team on the first try. Oprah was told she wasn't fit for television. Steve Jobs got fired from his own company. Serena Williams, as a kid, was practicing on cracked courts with borrowed rackets. These people didn't start as legends. They started as dreamers, and they stayed long enough in the game to turn dreams into history. But here's the kicker. We live in a world where everyone only shows you the highlight reel. Instagram shows the medals, the trophies, the money, the lifestyle. But what you don't see are the nights of doubt. The mornings when they didn't want to get up, the 100 failures before that one victory. That's the part that makes a beginner into a champion. So if you feel small right now, if you feel like you're at the very beginning of something, you're exactly where you should be. Because beginnings are messy, they're uncomfortable, they're humbling, but they're also powerful because they're the ground floor of greatness. Here's a secret. Champions don't think about being champions. They think about showing up. They think about the next rep, the next page, the next video, the next day. They stack small wins like bricks until one day, without realizing it, they're standing inside the empire they built. Let me tell you a quick story. Imagine two people join a gym. One is naturally gifted, strong, confident. The other struggles with every single workout. The first person sees progress fast, but gets comfortable and eventually stops pushing. The second, they fight for every rep. They fail, they sweat, they doubt themselves, but they keep going. A year later, guess who's stronger? Not the gifted one, it's the struggler. Why? Because the struggler built resilience. And resilience beats talent every single time. That's why beginnings matter, because they shape you in ways shortcuts never can. Being a beginner teaches you persistence. It teaches you humility. It forces you to focus on growth instead of glory. And listen, you don't have to know it all right now. Nobody does. Champions didn't start by having all the answers. They started by asking the right questions. How do I get better today? How do I show up when I don't feel like it? How do I keep going when no one's watching? Those questions create progress. Progress creates momentum. And momentum, that's unstoppable. So if you're learning to code, or starting your first business, or trying to get fit, or maybe you're just working on becoming a better version of yourself, remember this: every master was once a disaster. Every expert was once embarrassed. Every champion was once invisible. But the difference is they didn't stay invisible. They didn't quit when no one clapped for them. They clapped for themselves. They created their own applause. They kept swinging until the world finally had no choice but to notice. So here's my challenge for you. Embrace your beginner phase. Wear it like armor, not shame. Every mistake you make is not proof that you're failing. It's proof that you're trying. And trying is the rarest, most valuable currency in a world full of people who quit at the first hurdle. When you feel frustrated because you're not there yet, remind yourself you're not supposed to be there yet. You're supposed to be here, in the grind, in the uncertainty, in the beginning. Because this is where champions are made. And one day, when you've built something incredible, people will look at you and think you had it easy. They'll see the champion, not the beginner you once were. But you'll know the truth. You'll know it was the late nights, the early mornings, the failures, the doubts, and the times you wanted to quit but didn't. That's what made you. So keep moving forward, keep showing up, because the world doesn't need another highlight reel. It needs your story, and your story starts right now with you, the beginner. Because every champion was once a beginner, and if they could do it, so can you.